Welcome to our doTERRA team call, our Wellness Wednesday. Today, we're going to be talking about our Serenity oil, which is so beautiful and so calming and relaxing. And I'm excited to dive into that. But before we do, I always want to start with a couple deep breaths if you're in a place that you can do that, because we go so hard, so fast all the time. So if you're in a place that you can, just take a few deep breaths with me. Just in through your nose and out through your mouth. And if you have oils handy, even better. So I'm going to use some Serenity oil that I have right here. And I'm going to take a couple deep breaths. So deep breath in, and I'm going to expand my rib cage. So in and out. In and out. One more. In and out. Okay, so just remember that you can do that anytime. Like that took us less than a minute to take a few deep breaths. So that's always in your pocket. You can always slow things down no matter what is going on around you. And just deep breathing and using your oils is a really good way to do that. Okay, so I'm going to get started. I'm going to share my screen. Let's see, that's what I want to share. Okay. We're going to talk about this in a second, but before we do, I just want to share a couple things. One, um, oh, hold on, where's my one, we have a new Facebook group. So we're going to move off of the group me and onto a Facebook group, and it's called Pure Essential Wellness. So I've either probably texted it to you, or I'll invite you to the group, or you can go and search it on Facebook, and we would love to have you there. We're going to do lots of really fun stuff in there. I think it has a better functionality than group me, and we hope that you'll join us. We're going to do like giveaways, and it's going to be really, really fun. So we hope to see you there. And also, just want to remind you that I am updating my podcast weekly. It's 5 Minute Habits for Mom. It's all about helping to break things down smaller, helping you to relieve stress. And so, if that's something that interests you, you can find that on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. And then I wanted to link back from last week quickly. We talked about our new products from doTERRA, and we talked about castor oil. Don't worry, I'm not going to pour it all over myself like I did last week. But I think I showed you this last week. I had bought this really giant roller bottle. It's like I think it's like 30 mLs, but you can buy them like 50. I love this thing. I have it, I keep it in my bathroom, and I use it on my face. And I noticed a cool trick like a couple of days ago that if it almost works as like a massager. So it like if you put like deep blue or adaptive or something on, and then you add this to it, and you like I can really feel that in my muscles, and just kind of you can get dig in and just give yourself a little massage. And then the castor oil is going to help it to stay, essential oils to stay in your skin longer, and to help you're going to get more benefits from it because of the high viscosity of the castor oil. So I thought that was a really, really fun trick. Okay, so now on to the fun stuff. Every month at doTERRA, we have a promotion. And this month, our free oil of the month is Serenity oil. And I have it right here, and it's amazing. It's so good. Lavender, and we're going to talk about what's in it, but it's so amazing. And so if you have a 125 PV rewards order before the 15th of the month, or you purchase the foundational wellness bundle anytime during the month, you get this free oil. So it's really a great opportunity. And then I love that doTERRA is pairing that with our Serenity Complex, and that the Serenity Complex is 10% off this month. And then we also have some fun like diffusers. I don't have a picture of all of them, but isn't this diffuser cute? You can't see it super great, but it's really cute. And it has I'm going to try to say this. I've heard people say it different ways, the Hygge blend. Um, And I really love that. I have that one from when it came out. I think it was last year, or the year before, maybe a couple years ago. And it's so delicious and just creates a really nice environment in your home. So, and then there's also some like harvest spice paired with the pilot diffuser, which is our little mini diffuser that you can take with you that is portable and chargeable. So it's really cool. Okay. So I'm going to move on. Okay, so today we're always going to talk about something somewhere on the wellness pyramid. Okay, so nutrition and digestion is always most important. We talked about foundational wellness a few weeks ago. Foundational wellness is always, we always want to start there. But today we're going to focus on resting and managing stress because that's the category that Serenity is going to help the most in. Okay, so Serenity essential oil is, it really is just delightful. And hold on just a second, I need to pull up my notes for that one. Okay, so as you can see, these are the oils that are in it. Lavender, which we're all pretty familiar with, right? Which has the constituent in lavender that is calming that we think of a lot is linalool. And then we have cedarwood, which gives it that like woodsy aroma. Um, and then ylang ylang, which is calming and grounding, and marjoram, and Roman chamomile, vetiver. Vetiver is one of my favorites. Like that's a really good one to put on bottoms of kids' feet. Sandalwood and coriander. And when you pair all of these together, it is just absolutely incredible. And I don't know why it's not on here, but it also has vanilla in it because you can smell that, and I can see it on my label here. But vanilla is also in that, and that just enhances all of these beautiful smells. So I'm going to share some things from our doTERRA blog that you might want to go read about. So when I share the replay for this, I will put the links in there. Um, so Serenity is all about being able to calm your mind. And when you calm your mind, then your body's going to feel more at ease. And when you can do that throughout the day, then that's going to help you, calming down at night. So and being able to fall asleep and stay asleep becomes a little bit easier when your mind is calm and your body, right? So Serenity really can help be that oil in the evening that helps you to do this. That like when your brain smells Serenity, you know you can just pair it with that bedtime routine and know, okay, it's time to calm down and get ready to wind down and get ready for bed. Like to me, adaptive is that during the day oil that helps us to relieve stress throughout the day and the adaptive capsules. And then Serenity is the one at night that's just going to help us to get ready for deep relaxation and having more restful sleep. It helps us to prepare to fall asleep faster. And when we do that, guess what happens? We wake up feeling a lot more refreshed. So it soothes the senses with a warm, calming aroma, creating a peaceful atmosphere from the first inhale. It supports a tranquil home environment, turning your space into a sanctuary. Doesn't that sound nice to like have that kind of bedtime ritual where it just is like, okay, this is my room. We only sleep in here, and this is our sanctuary. And it's also a natural go-to rather than synthetic air fresheners and conventional sleep aids, which Serenity is going to offer us the comfort without the compromise, right? We're compromising a lot when we go to air fresheners. That's really poisoning our air. And when we're going to sleep aids, they're just addictive and they, don't always work very well. It's just not a good path to go down. And so Serenity really offers some comfort without compromise. I love that. And you can use this aromatically. So in your diffuser, you could even make a little spray bottle of it. You can buy little spray tops to put on your oils. You could get a spray bottle and fill it with part water and part Serenity and spray that on your pillow or in your room. You can put it in your diffuser. I would definitely recommend it in the diffuser. And if you don't have a diffuser for some reason, get one. But if you can't, for whatever reason, put it on your wrists or put it on your pillowcase because that is going to help you be able to smell it for a little bit longer. But I use lavender every night in my diffuser, and I'm gonna with getting the Serenity this month, I'm gonna start using Serenity instead. And it helps me so much. I sleep so much deeper. I a lot of nights wake up without even having to go to the bathroom. And I dream a lot more. So it really is imperative to have it in the diffuser all night long. Like the select if your diffuser has the 10-hour option, because that really makes a big difference. And then, why is what we have with doTERRA different than what you can buy out on the market? What really sets us apart is at doTERRA is because we thoughtfully choose these ingredients. But the way that they work synergistically to promote an environment for restful sleep. So we're focused on that. When all the scientists and doctors were formulating this, they did it specifically to make sure that it was going to help promote restful sleep. Um, and because we have the certified pure tested grade oils, that means we're testing them. We're doing outside testing to make sure that these oils don't have anything in there that shouldn't be in there. And everything we say in there is in there so that they're going to work every time. They're going to be simple and effective and be able to complement the sleep habits that you have. And so that's an important thing as well to remember is that we can't out oil poor habits, right? We have to do the lifestyle changes at the same time. So I'm going to talk in just a minute about some things that can be helpful habit-wise at bedtime. Okay, so I'm going to move on to the Serenity Complex. So this is 10% off this month, and the tart cherry in here has a natural source of melatonin. So beneficial levels, but not a mega dose that may interfere with your body's hormone systems. You've probably heard of people taking melatonin, and I instead of just taking the thing like that, just taking melatonin where you could end up taking too much. I love it when we're using, that's why I love doTERRA so much because I'm giving my body what it needs and helping my body to produce the melatonin instead of just giving my body the melatonin. The L-theanine that's in the Serenity complex can actually increase the GABA in our brain, which helps our brain to calm down and our nervous system to calm down. So that is really, really important. And then it also has lemon balm, passion flower, and chamomile. So Serenity is complex is just a really beautiful way to take, one pill like 30 minutes before you go to bed, like maybe when you start to wind down, just take one of these and use your oils. And we also have a I want to go somewhere else and talk a little bit more about this. I'll talk about the thing I was going to say in just a second. Hold on. Let's see. Bear with me. Okay, here we go. Okay, so um, these oils that are in here and the herbs that are in here are well researched. They have been historically proven to be proven ingredients, but we're getting the best of modern science so that we can have that calming night sleep, right? And the hero ingredient of this oil, of this complex, is the lavender essential oil, L-theanine, and the tart cherry. These, along with the other, the lemon balm, passion flower, and chamomile, are going to help with, a really good night's sleep. The other thing I love about doTERRA is that we're always doing research. I guess I said that earlier, but we clinical and experimental research indicates that ingesting lavender essential oil is calming to the nervous system. So we're not just giving you anecdotal evidence. A lot of what we have is anecdotal, is saying this worked for me, right? And there's nothing wrong with that. But I love that we can say, hey, we are researching this. We've done a lot of research on lavender, and it is really showing that it helps to calm the nervous system and encourages healthy relaxation and sleep, even though we already knew that it did that. So some scientific data suggests that L-theanine may lower stress by increasing the concentration of GABA in the brain, supporting relaxation and making it easier to fall asleep faster and sleep better. Although confirming research is needed, preliminary studies suggest that tart cherry, a natural source of melatonin, may make it easier to fall asleep faster and stay asleep longer. And when we do that, then we're going to wake up feeling a lot more refreshed in the morning. So this is vegan friendly and with it has a tapioca soft gel, makes it easy. It's pretty small, easy to take. And then you're not having that like groggy waking up in the morning that you might have if you've taken a typical sleep aid. So the other thing I wanted to share is, and this is on our doTERRA website, it says, recent epigenetic testing suggests this system supports improved sleep quality, glucose metabolism, cellular fitness and function, and healthy sleep by maintaining circadian rhythms critical to keeping a healthy sleep cycle. So even if maybe you think you sleep really well, if you're struggling with any of those other things that I just mentioned, like you're wanting to increase your metabolism and your cellular health and function, then taking the Serenity complex at night could really support that. It, let's see, and the epigenetic studies are also showing that it helps regulate healthy sleep, immune function, and inflammatory response. Combining the doTERRA sleep system with smart sleep hygiene habits can help you get the rest you deserve. And then it says epigenetics is the study of how your behaviors and environment can cause changes that affect the way your genes work. Isn't that cool? So like these oils are helping us to change on a cellular level. I love that so much. Okay. And then I'm not going to dive in any deeper to this because I feel like we've covered it well enough, but I do want you to know we also have a Serenity sleep stick that has valerian root added to it. And this, I think that's right. Yeah. And so this system comes together, and anytime you buy a system like that, you're like the adaptive system or this one, you're saving a little bit of money by buying them together. So that is really, really awesome. And the Serenity sleep stick, you can use that on the bottoms of your feet, put the Serenity in your diffuser and then take a soft gel at night. And it's just really gives an opportunity for really beautiful good night sleep. Okay. So this, I love what it says here about when used in conjunction with the sleep hygiene practices, well, we already know that. I'm not going to read that part, but I did like the last part. Healthy people using doTERRA Serenity sleep system as directed saw a clinical relevant drop in C-reactive protein level markers for inflammatory response. So that's really cool to see that like we're proving that getting this deeper restful sleep is helping our inflammation to go down in our bodies. That's pretty awesome. We can all use help with that. And then I want to go on to talk about a few habits that you can consider implementing to help with evening habits. This seems to be the hardest for people at bedtime. One of the things that can get in the way the most is this little guy right here, right? We can end up spending a lot of time and not putting that away. That's one of the things I'm working on right now is working towards putting that away like an hour before bed. So I'm not checking that because that like wakes our brain up. And even if we might fall asleep right away, but there's still stuff going on. So um, clearing our mind at night is going to help us to sleep better. Um, and it starts during the day. I mentioned that earlier. So the more that we can do throughout the day, that's going to behoove us at night when we're trying to fall asleep. But let's say, it's time to go to bed and your brain is just running and you've got all of these things on your mind, all these things that you feel like you still need to do that you didn't get done that day. What I want you to do the next time this happens is get out a piece of paper and just start brain dumping. Just write down all those things that are on your mind. And then what you're going to do is you're going to decide, does any of this have to happen right now? Like, is anybody going to die or the house going to burn down if I don't do this? Like if, I think I forgot to shut the stove off is on there, then go down and check the stove and make sure that you turned it off. But If there's nothing on there that's urgent, circle the things that are most important and then decide when you can do those. Okay, so can they get done tomorrow? Is there a time during the day you can get those things done? Um, and and then or schedule them for the next day. But and you can work from this list for a few days, but most things can wait. It's important that we can, we're able to set those things aside and then trust, okay, I'll get these things done later. Another thing that's really helpful is stretching at night. And so one of the things I like to do sometimes is I'll lay on the floor and put my legs up either on the bed or up against the wall and just take some deep breaths. And that's a great time to, bring your Serenity oil in, is because when you pair the oils with that deep breathing, it just really enhances the benefits that you're going to get. And so I love it when you can pair more than one thing together and just focus on allowing yourself to let go of the day. Another thing that I love is there's a video that's about progressive relaxation, and I will put this in the with the replay. But it's really awesome. And basically, all you're doing is it guides you through tensing your body and relaxing it. It starts from your head all the way down to your feet, and then you tense up your whole body and you relax it. And you just lay in bed and do this. And so that is really, really awesome. And I'll share that with you. I haven't gotten it consistently into my schedule, but the times that I've done it, it's really made a big difference in helping me be able to let go of the day. Because the goal, I'm going to jump down just a little bit to right here, is the goal is to be able to let go of the day and leave it there so that you're not taking one day into the next, into the next, into the next, right? And feeling all of that, everything just feels like it's always piling up. You didn't get all the things done and you just got to, you're always carrying over into the next day. And when we can just leave that day there and let it be and then start again fresh in the morning, that feels really, really good. So another few things that I love to do, one is my 5-year journal. I write a little bit every day in this, and next year, so exciting. I will be on my starting my 5th year of the 5-year journal. Pretty exciting. And so I have all these memories of things that have happened, and it just helps me, go back and think about the things I'm grateful for throughout the day. And I just write a little bit. And that's also really good for our brains and helping to calm us when we take the time to write. And then I think I always love having a devotional book. So I have a devotional book. I think it's called something Joy. It's by Russell M. Nelson. And it's just, there's a scripture and then just some of his thoughts. And it just always spiritually grounds me and feels really good to read his words at night before I go to bed. Because that's important to me that I'm connecting with God again at night, that I'm bookending my day with Him. And the devotional book helps me do that really simply. And then one other thing that I love doing is yamana ball rolling. So I have these different size balls, like a, I won't tell you all the colors, but I have a few different sizes. And you roll on these to be able to help lengthen your muscles and to decompress your body. So a lot of times I'll use it on the back of my neck. I'll just like lay back on my bed and put the smaller ball like right underneath my head to help lengthen my cervical spine and relieve a lot of the tension there. Um, and again, if you pair that with using the castor oil and the Serenity oil and the deep blue to help calm your body down, it just feels really nice. And your body just is like, oh, thank you for taking care of me, right? Because we spend all day long working or taking care of other people, and we need this time in the evening to wind down and take care of ourselves. Um, and then I'm gonna skip that one. I'm come right back to it. And then another just a fun DIY is do some Epsom salts, and super simple. Just add it to your Walmart list or wherever you shop the next time. And then with your Epsom salts, just add a little bit of Serenity oil to your bath. And that will, the Epsom salts will help pull out toxins from your body. The Serenity is going to help you to relax and just, and just really soothe and take care of yourself. And then I want to leave you with what I right here, where it says at the end of the day, this is something that you can remember that can help you to let go of the day is just remember, I could have done more, I could have done less, but what I did today was enough. It was enough. What I did today was enough. And when we can remember that and move on, and some days are really great and some days are really hard, and that's okay. We're supposed to have a mixture of things. And but when I remember that at the end of the day, it helps me to put the day down and just be like, okay, I'm gonna go to sleep and start again tomorrow. So I hope that you enjoy pairing these simple habits with using this beautiful Serenity oil, and we will see you next week. Bye.
That was great.
Awesome. Thank you. Are you still able to stay on and do the steer relief map, or you want to
Sure.
do it
Yeah.
another time?
About how long do you think it'll take? Because my phone's at 37%.
Okay.
And do I need to have the video on for it?
No,
Okay.
you don't have to have the video on. I just want to, well, I'm wanting to record it and use it as a podcast. Oh, sorry. Bye, honey. He's gone already. Um, I want to use it as a podcast episode.
Please have 25 cents.
So I want to walk through it with you and make sure that it
25 cents, please.
like how
Okay.
you go through, do it at the same time. So I don't, it's
Perfect.
ideal if you can write things down. I don't know if you're able to.
Okay. I can do that.
Okay, I'll give you a minute. I'm gonna go upstairs.
Please check.
Oh, nobody came on with us today.
I think I saw Lexi for a second.
Oh, did she come on for a second? Awesome.
Yeah.
That's cool. I love her. She's so sweet.
Can I check something over there? It's kind of out of the kids area. No, please stay in the kids area. They want to go home. Okay, well, we can go home in like half hour, okay? You have 25 cents? No, well, they're dimes and nickels. That's fine. I think you can only use quarters on vending machines. See anything else? I am here.
Okay, you're fine. I'm gonna start in just a second. And we'll try to do it like in, I don't know, try to keep it to like 20 minutes. Do you have that long?
Maybe I should find an outlet. I bet there's an outlet. Let's see. Yeah. Someone brought their dog on and they didn't clean it up. Still there?
Yeah, I'm still here.
Okay, great. I'm gonna look for an outlet. I'm sure there's one in this building. And then I won't have to worry.
Okay.
Oh, there's one right there. Okay. Would you guys please go find Peter? All right. Julia, would you please find Peter and take him into the butterfly area? Okay, that's fine. Okay, I found an outlet.
Okay. Tell me when you're ready to start. Oh, did I never stop
I
the
really appreciate this.